We're not gonna hold you. We're just gonna do the good news for the day. And we're gonna see where it goes from now. The good news for the day. Let's get into it. First of all, I'm in the West. Nose. Matt. And this is my channel. I go live every other day. Mostly in the middle of the day. But it's always spontaneous, so it's never really know when or where or what's going on. And it's Saturday night. I got 4 people in here. Peace to y'all. Y'all could be anywhere in the world. And you're here. And it only took a minute to get 4 people to come sit down with me and hear about some good ass news, baby. How was your day? Happy birthday, Giselle. Happy birthday. I wish I could hit the sound effect for you. Throw the confetti up in the air digitally. Just picture that. That's what's happening right now for you. Happy birthday. Well, I mean, you're not supposed to ask a lady, how young she is. But if you feel froggy, how many revolutions around the sun do you have? Smart, savvy, and loved. What up? Oh, it's popping on a Saturday night. We all at home chilling, huh? Or we looking at our phones? That's what we doing. Please hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you feel called to. Let's get to this good news. We're doing good news tonight. We're not gonna hold you. And it's Giselle Sunshine's birthday. Everybody should say happy birthday to Giselle Sunshine. Like, don't be rude. She just told you it was her birthday.
Our heroine returns from a
Robbie, what up? Thank you, Hey Bay. I mean Ray Bay. I said Hey Bay. I can't do the hearts. If I could do the hearts, I'll be sending the hearts for you right now, girl. What's up, Monica? What's the good news for today? Oh, facts. We got you, girl. Thank you for being here. Oh, it's not my birthday, Robbie. It's Giselle Sunshine's. Yeah, my birthday is September 9th. But today, what is it, August 18th, right? No, August 16th. I'm bugging. Today, August 16th, is Giselle Sunshine's 36th revolution around our local star. That is what's up, girl. You made it. 36 is a good number too. 36 is that was a great year. Yeah. That was a great year. So it's gonna be really dope. I already can feel it for you. Like, if this year don't send everybody into a drastically more beneficial situation, I think it's gonna go the other way. Like, that's because a comet actually hit the earth for one time or some shit like that. Or maybe like the zombies finally get their outbreak that they've been wanting for like the past 30 years. Getting a star. What up? 15 people in the chat. That's what's up. Saturday night is popping. So good news. A North Carolina nonprofit is donating hundreds of shoes to middle school students impacted by Hurricane Helen. That's really good because now hundreds of middle school students that were impacted by Hurricane Helen are getting new kicks, baby. And I love to hear that. Humanity, helping humanity, especially the kids. You know, we love the kids. We got to take care of these kids. They are the future. That's what it's all about. And none of their shoes will be soggy because of the hurricane. Peace, God. Olubeyo, you still never corrected the. I think I'm saying it right. Olubeyo. SM, what up? Yeah, this year is the year of breakthroughs. Every year is a year of breakthroughs, but especially this one. Especially. I've had this fascination with eights. Olubeyu just reminded me about the mathematics, and I always, I don't always do it like automatically. It's not right off the top, but when somebody asks you, my brain just automatically start adding the dates up. And like, so, you know, it's dope. It's dope. It's dope. So we got the the kids in North Carolina getting new kicks. A nonprofit donated hundreds of kicks, as they should. That's what nonprofits do. They take care of people. 18 people in the chat. Wow, what's up? Every time I look up, it's more people. And what we're doing is good news. On a Saturday night, what better thing to do than just smile at your phone at the beautiful things humans do for each other? It's so important that we facilitate more of that and not less of it. There's one about cheese. It's not really calling me. Like, who cares about an auction breaking records because it raised thousands? Oh, okay, there we go. To cover the cost of emergency medical care through the power of cheese. I just saw power of cheese and I automatically judged it. I was like, who cares? Like, cheese, what? You're gonna give free cheese to somebody? But apparently an auction broke a record and raised so much money to cover the cost of emergency medical care, that's the key, through the power of cheese, which makes it interesting. Like, why did cheese swoop in and save the day? Usually when somebody cuts the cheese, it smells bad. Nala Bear, I thought about your lady the other day. What's her YouTube? Somebody answer you in the comments. I believe. If I mean, how could I say it without saying it? I'll come back to it. Let me think about it real quick. You caught me with the jab real quick right there. I'm like, what are we doing here? Giselle Sunshine, so ready to hear your good news. Okay. I feel like she was Olubayo. Olubayo. Alright, boom. Giselle, I hope you're still in the building with the good news. We got two pieces of good news. First, a bunch of kids in North Carolina got brand new kicks that was donated by a nonprofit, and now we have an auction breaking records to cover thousands of dollars in emergency medical care through the power of cheese. And we're trying to figure out, what did cheese do? In the long-running agricultural show in Harrogate, England, just broke new records. So in Harrogate, England, there was records broke thanks to the popularity of their prize cheeses. Huh, what was that about? The Great Yorkshire Show was first held in 1837 in North Yorkshire. This thing started in 1837. They've been auctioning off cheese somewhere in England since 1837. Like, a lot of countries don't even last that long. as a way for farmers across the country to exhibit livestock and trade goods. Okay, so it was more than cheese. It was more than cheese. Traditionally, the Great Yorkshire Show caps off the festivities with the cheese and dairy auction, in which judges rate selected cheeses and dairy products, and visitors place bids on their favorites. So a bunch of people gather up, taste cheese, and start betting money on it. I tell you what. Woo. In recent years, the proceeds from the cheese auction have gone to local charities. From 2014 to 2024, the cheese auction garnered over 50,000 euros. That's $67,155.75. That euro is pretty strong, man. For Harriet Hospice Home Care, the Samaritans Regional Rural Initiative, Addington Fund, and Yorkshire Air Ambulance. Them air ambulances are important because they lift people up out of there when they really need it. Imagining you hurt yourself and like the ambulance ain't gonna cut it. Like they gotta come helicopter you. You'd be lucky. That is great news, but the children impacted from Hurricane Helen are getting new shoes. Yeah, that's right. I responded in the comments, but I guess you didn't check back. Yeah, sometimes YouTube don't it don't tell me when people respond to the comments. Like I get when you first get the comment, but that's the only notification I get, and I respond to it, and I'm thinking if you respond to it, YouTube gonna let me know, but they don't. So I have to go through every comment. Like I actually just did that not too long ago, but still didn't see it join. Jamie, what up? Jamie Fee here. I made it to Alaska. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. So happy you're doing another live. Still driving. So you're in Alaska, but you're still driving? Wow, man. The earth is huge, and you really don't feel it until you drive all across this motherfucker. When you start driving this way, that way, this way, as far as you can go, you like, it's unbelievable that some people circumnavigate the globe multiple times. I mean, planes changed the whole game. That's something we should talk about later. That's a very interesting thing that I think about in my head a lot is what the difference high speed travel would do for humanity. Like how crazy would that be? We gotta talk about that. But let's finish talk about how cheese paid off thousands in emergency medical care in Harrogate, England. Okay, so boom, Carolyn Bell, who has served as chief steward of the Great Yorkshire Show cheese and dairy section for 5 years, said the cheese auction is always a highlight of the agricultural showcase. It really is our visitors who make it such a big success, Bell said in a press release last summer. The auctioneers do such a brilliant job, and it's amazing to have raised over 8,500 euros for RABI and their invaluable work. All right, let's just hope those the people who need it get the money. You know, we got to keep an eye on these nonprofits and these. Usually, if the visibility is there, they do a good job. But if there's anywhere where they're trying to like obfuscate the truth, they washing bread. They stuffing the bread in their pockets. All right. So that's it for the cheese. What we got in the chat? Good. Cheese is delicious. It is, y'all. Cheese is an opiate. I heard cheese is an opiate. So we gotta watch out for that. I know I stay having a hard time quitting cheese. Every time I say I'm gonna quit cheese, I'll last a few days and I'm like, I'm ready for something. Oh man. All right, y'all ready for the next good news? This is the third and last one, and then we just going. Like I said, we not gonna hold you. It's gonna be a quick one tonight, Saturday night. I want y'all to, turn up, or turn down. If you had a long day, I had a long day. I'm ready to turn down, but I got commitment, so I'm here. Jamie said, I still got about 280 miles until I hit Fairbanks. That's where my brother is. I'm going to pick him up and we're going to go to Alaska State Fair. That sounds nice. It started on the 15th. Alaska State Fair? I'm trying to think, have I ever been to a state fair? I've been to like a county fair. A state fair though, that sounds super lit and worth the drive. But shout out to you. I'm happy that you keeping it safe out there, you know? Them roads is treacherous. Mindy, hey, can we have another deep talk like the other day? Always, Mindy. That I mean, if you really with it, I'm always with it, you know? Waterloo said, only eat cheese on my burger and nothing else. You might be onto something. I do grits a lot. I feel like I need the cheese and the grits, so I ain't gonna hold you. If it ain't in the grits, it gotta be the eggs. It gotta be the eggs or the grits. Cheese is gonna be in one of them joints. But I hear you, Waterloo. I love that you figured the science out for yourself. Giselle said, I'm turning down, but glad you're here. That's what's up, Giselle. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're all here. Happy. It don't really start till Happy get in the building, and Happy is in the building. Good evening. We love you. Marilyn Clayton said, I was born in Fairbanks. I live by the state fair. Oh, okay. That's lucky. You know, we got that's another thing we should talk about too one day. Is how lucky did you feel growing up where you grew up? Because growing up where I grew up, I felt like I was just like I still feel like it's the unmet. I wouldn't want to be born anywhere else than where I was. I feel like I was born in the center of the universe for some reason, and I'm interested if other people feel like that for where they're from. Mindy says, what happened to that brotherhood retreat video? I've been looking for that video for years. The one that I did a couple years ago when I went to Sacred Sons, if that's what you're asking about, it's still on the channel. Um, I think I have a hat on or some shit in the thumbnail, and I'm looking like that. That gives you any. I forget what the title is completely, but I think Sacred Sons is in the title. If you really go search for it. But thank you for watching the other videos. Like that's what's up. That was a good one. I had just like leveled up my breath work because they taught me some breath work techniques that I definitely retain. And yeah, it was interesting. And that video took me so long to edit. Oh my god, I just remember staring at that lake for thousands of hours. It seemed like trying to figure out how to edit. Well, anyway, let's keep going. Giselle, I love deep talks. See, we here. Knowledge equality. Hmm. So I know knowledge is one, equality is four, right? Oh shit. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, equality. No, equality is six. Culture is after understanding. Culture, power, equality. So quality is six. One, six. I think it's wisdom equality to two, six. But maybe I'm wrong. You got me. Smart, savvy, and loved. Happy feet in the building. We so happy that Happy is in the building because it'll get me. You see how it just the energy already just turns up. It's like no, she ain't here. Um, we still are doing good news. I got my my 11 o'clock voice on because my dad has to go to work in the morning, so we gonna keep it low. The walls are very thin, if you know what I mean. What's good? What's good? Oh, happy. That's what's up. Thank you for wishing Giselle a happy birthday. That's important. I should keep reminding people. It's Giselle's birthday. Show her some love. She did it 36 times. She ready. She said, I'm ready for 37, but I got 365. Pause on that. She said, pause. I got a whole year to go before 37. We gonna get there when we get there. 36 is fire. We let Skylar Rose said, hey hun, Robbie. Oh yeah, peace, Skylar Rose too. I didn't say hello. I just read your comment, but welcome. I don't remember seeing you in the chat before. There's a lot of regulars. We go all get to know each other. It's a tight knit community. We read good news when we get to it, and we do this every 2 days. I heard Alaska got a hood. I heard about that too. What was that like on like True TV or something? I remember seeing that too. Like like there was rappers up there and everything. Not what you would expect. Like a rapper from Alaska. Oh man, I should be the first one. I'm about to move to Alaska. They be cold. They some cold rappers. That's what I'll tell you, boy. Mindy said, many more spaces like those, and you would be great creating and hosting those spaces. I think so too. Hell yeah! Like I definitely know who to call on. I don't know if Sacred Sons is still. They probably still are going, but I don't want to give up their techniques. I don't even really want to talk about their techniques. Um, but I always feel called to for some reason because I got to explain like why I feel the way I feel about their techniques and what I would and why I would do things different. But maybe I keep that for when I actually formulate all of that and put it together. And I do think that's in my future because I love community and coming this far into my humanhood, my human journey. I feel like identifying with this side of the spectrum of humanity called man, you know, is something that I got lessons. Let's just say I got lessons that I'm ready to bestow upon the young G's, the YNs, or whatever. Like just whoever want to come through. Like that's why I'm right. That's why I'm writing this book because like I got stuff for people in general, for humans just trying to exist on this planet. Like we always trying to figure out how to be this and how to be that. Like, but just how do you be though? Like just how do you be? Period. As a individual, a soul. You know what I mean? Like how do you just do that? Let's start there. I'm sorry, I went off in a rant there real quick. I did. I forgot y'all was here. Like at the same time. Um, I grew up in Queens. You speak nothing but facts. All right, smart savvy. You already know like the boroughs. Like, all right, I'm not gonna go off in a rant about okay, cause I was talking about where I'm from, so that's what you mean. Okay, I'm catching up. I'm catching up. Um, yeah, but New York City is special, bro. I know not a lot of places can say that. Like nobody can really say that unless you from there. That's when you really get it. But I feel like other people could say that too. Like if even if you from like I was gonna say Nashville, but that's still a pretty big city. Pearson, Georgia. I was driving through Pearson, Georgia. It's gonna be in my next vlog. Small ass little town. It was so quiet. And I was like, imagining if I'm here, if I grew up here, what would make this like the most monumental town ever? Like it would, I guess you would have to feel like somebody famous would have to be from there for number one. So that probably, but then even if not, like if you have the illest set of friends that could do it for you too. Like that was one of the things that did it for me. Honestly, like I had the illest set of friends everywhere I went. I always had people right there close by, like on my block. And then if you go down the block, it would take you a few houses till you got to like a new pier. My whole block, Elsie Lane in Bayshore, Long Island, when I lived there, oh my God, like God bless me with the illest friends. Right across the street, my man Brian, he had a little sister named Denise. There was two Italian kids who lived up top, two brothers when I first got there. There was a group home right next door. Right next door to that was Moses. Like it was just everybody was my age. We was out there balling every day. This is when kids like went outside and you just lost track of them. There was no cell phones. You had to come in when the street lights came on, if that, if they was checking for you. You don't even know if they check it for you like that, but like I told you I wasn't gonna rant and ended up ranting. The original Bohemian Goddess. What up? What up? What up? Hey yo, I do see these. I see these. This $20 right here. Happy feet. Thank you so much, yo. I see that. Let me acknowledge that. Smart and savvy. Thank you so much. Oh man, that's fire right there. If 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 it wasn't so late, I would turn the music up and we would turn up. You know how we do, cause y'all just paid for the video right there. Y'all just paid for this whole vlog, so I could throw the thing away for copyright. But I'm not gonna do that. Next time. Next time. How about the 1 and 2 days? If we got the crib free, we gonna turn up. Just all right. Um, Yeah, so the original Bohemian Goddess said Chicago is the bomb, the best. Yes, I can imagine exactly why you feel like that. I've never even been up there, but I've seen plenty enough movies. It's a constant battle of who got the best piece of Chicago and New York, and I ain't been there yet, so I can't give you my personal opinion. But you already know who I'm riding for, so I'm gonna be biased, at least. Have you ever gone to a float chamber? Wonderful experience. Yes, I've done it two, maybe three times. It definitely is a wonderful experience. 100%. Yes, I agree. Very rejuvenating, very relaxing, of course, but also kind of trippy if you want it to be that way. I remember that's what I was trying to do. I was definitely trying to. I ain't do nothing extra, but I definitely went in there. It was like, oh, they're really gonna deprive me of all of my senses. But I can't really say that all of my senses was deprived. I was definitely feeling everything that was going on. I turned off all the lights. I didn't want no lights, and I think it maybe the thing that like kept me in my body was my hair, because I was so conscious of it. I haven't done it since I cut my hair, so I want to try that again. Breathwork is so powerful. Wow, I'm way back in the chat. Breathwork is so powerful. I'm a breathwork practitioner. Okay, just see, wow. You see how we started talking about that, and you right here with the. Come on, what you would you drop some gems for us? Today's date, God. Oh, okay, I hear you. You catching me. You catching me. I was talking about the year. That's why I was thinking about. We was adding up the years, and that's why I said, wisdom, equality, word. But you right. You right. Thank you for calling me in. You already. Dominic King said, "What up, Nose? Happy birthday, Giselle to Leo. Yes, ma'am. Yo, once again, it is Giselle Sunshine's 36 motherfucking revolution around the sun. Let's give her a hand of applause. Snap, snap. Marilyn Clayton, happy birthday. Hope each one. Yup. Happy birthday. Hey, can you try my favorite song? It's from Jujutsu Kaisen named Specials. Oh, okay. I hope you still here, but I'll definitely write that down. Jujutsu Kaisen names. Oh, you spelled it all funny. Spatiaz. Write that down. If you in the next one, I'll definitely play your drink, cause we bought, so this video bought, you heard, and I think that's Russian. I don't know how to read Russian, but I still appreciate you though. You know what I mean? Coming through. I'm even take your little. I mean your pause. I say your little. I'm gonna take your song. All right. Tanaz, what up? Ba 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 ba. Thanks, Maryland and Bohemian. Yep. Yep, yep. Giselle, it's your night, girl. This is your night, and the feeling tonight. If ever forever, cause this is the night. Am I singing that song right? I might be fucking that all up. Whoa, oh yeah. Y'all know what song? This to be good to be true. We was talking about house music. That's another thing we supposed to be talking about is we had homework. If you was here 2 days ago, you had homework, and it was to figure out what's the difference between house music and EDM. And I did my homework. Um, I have good news. My youngest is having a baby, Maryland. Also, my son put out a new song. Okay, um, love song Desmond. Okay, we already know. Thank you for coming through. Did I say it right? Is it love song Desmond? I'm pretty sure that was it. But yeah, plug 'em in the chat, Miss Clayton, Mrs. Clayton. Feeling blessed. And yes, Alaska got hoods. Yeah, we heard about that. Okay, Google holding messages for review. Congrats, Maryland. Want to see you cooking. Congrats. Yes. Oh, Tanaz. Oh, Tanaz said, want to see you cook. Girl, woo. I went and got me a hot skillet meal, and I was gonna go live at like 7:30, but my shorty called me, and we was on the phone for a good minute. A good minute. She missed her daddy. Waterloo. I think even if I was raised in a city, I would love to have been raised in Iowa or Idaho or Wyoming. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like you watch that show called the '70s Show. You see how tight they was. You can't tell me they didn't think they grew up in the illest shit. Oh, but that was Wisconsin though. I saw Wyoming and thought Wisconsin. But you figured it. Nala said, "What kind of career do I have?" Are you speaking to me or are you talking to somebody else? I don't even be knowing now. Giselle says, "So much good news, Marilyn." Giselle, I feel like you taking some subliminal shots. You like, yo, get to the good news. You said you was gonna read. I do have one more piece of good news that I wanted to share before it was over. I'm just now getting to this $10 fucking, what are these called? Super chats? I don't even be knowing. But thank you for the gift. That's exactly what it is. Thank you, smart, savvy, and loved. Mm, mm. Thank you. That's nice of you to donate to him. Oh yeah, for real, for real. Giselle, I'm in Macon, Georgia, and it's a small town too, and I've been trying to see what I could do for my community. Yo, I got an uncle out there in Macon, Giselle, and he loves it. That's not too far from where I was at a little bit ago. Love polarity. Donnell Shaw, that whole family that care about giving a MF a license to kill, law of polarity. Oh man, I don't. You lost me with that one, fam. Giselle, community is so valuable, and lately people have been so detached from their communities. Yeah, I think that's by design, Giselle. I think that's on purpose. I think that's on purpose, and it's messed up because I have to say they. Like I can't give you names from the people who's actually doing that. Um, I mean, I got a slight idea, but that's all hearsay. It's not like actual factuals. But one thing I do know is the people who are supposedly in control, the people that we basically donate the money that we are supposed to be taking home from the jobs that we work, the people who receive that money, you know what I'm talking about? Those people are the ones who are responsible for the disconnection from community because they're taking our money. Remember, Federal Reserve notes and money, they don't really go like that, like how we think they go. But for all senses and purposes, they got us believing that, and we use it as such. That's a whole nother conversation. But those people use that, and we know they do nefarious things with them. So that's just the gambit right there. It's like when a group of people have done something so egregious to you for your almost your whole life, as long as you've been working, of course, they've been doing it to you, and you know that you're basically funding nefarious activities. It not only makes you complicit in crime, but it just does something to your psychological being. It does something to your toric field. Your sovereignty is already being diminished, and you feel like there's nothing you could do about it. So it makes you feel hopeless, and therefore you shrink away from other people because now other people are threats. All right, you gotta make that connection. Like taxes are so evil, fam. That's why supposedly this whole great nation was created because they ain't like the taxes that the king was imposing, right? That's the story they taught us all in school. They put some tax on some tea supposedly, and then everybody bum rushed the ships and threw the tea into the river, and that's kicked it off supposedly. There's a oh wow, I was about to go into what's his name, Alistair something, not Alistair Crowley, but there was a whole nother reason why the American Revolution kicked off, and they don't talk about it. But anyway, I digress. That's like rant number 3 or 4 right now. Saturday night is wild. Community is so valuable, right? What's up, people? All pizza is the bomb. I'm no pizza slob. Okay, I see. Damn, I'm just now reading comments from when I was talking about pizza. Or maybe some people are like behind. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, when the chamber you have. Yeah, when in the chamber you have to have positive and high vibrational thoughts. No lights and naked. Oh, okay. We was talking about the sensory chamber. Yeah, yeah. Facts. Shay, what up? Hola, ¿cómo estás ustedes? It's 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 Giselle Sunshine's birthday, Shay. So let's clap that up one more good time. Bang bang. 25 people in a room, and yo, we got more thumbs up than we have people in the room. Damn, as soon as I said that, 3 people bounced. People was like, don't remind us how many of us are in here. What is this? All right, anyway. Um then we have more thumbs up than that. So that's cool. Um Love song Desmond. Okay, thank you, Miss Clayton. I got it right. Chicago is the original place for house music. Dude, is that so? That might be debatable. You know, New York invented everything. Let me just tell you. Think of one thing New York ain't invent. Think of it. We want to talk about airplanes. Who did airplanes? Idaho or something like that? Lies. It happened right there on 125th. It was nothing but Shalimar and them boys. That boy say, nah, let me stop. House music has more funk to it, and EDM is probably on the techno side. Okay, Happy Feet came in with the homework done, signed, and completed. Said, here, this is what it is. And I appreciate that. And I think I agree with you. And I will say, from the research that I did, real quick, real fast, because I really wanted to know, house music is like a tentacle of EDM. And the reason why is because EDM is such a broad term, electronic dance music. So anytime you think about keyboards or beat machines or something like that, what else would they use? Because I was about to say synthesizers, but synthesizers are on keyboards and beat machines. Mixers. Anytime you get to like a majority of the instrumentality of the music is made from an electronic device and not an acoustic instrument, you start talking about electronic dance music. Well, of course, it has to be actual dance music too. Like so, There's that, and house definitely falls into its own umbrella. And you're right about the funk though. House music definitely brings the funk. It could bring uh what else we got? Like the freestyle vibe. Remember freestyle? Who's here remembers freestyle music? It was basically Taino hip hop. Yo. Giselle said no. No subliminal shots, no, I promise I'm just enjoying it. Okay, okay, okay. You know me, man. Like that's another symptom of being from New York. Is like you suspicious of everything that everybody say. That's why we invented "fuck you mean." Like, what you mean? What are you talking about? I need to know. Like, nah, for real. Like, it sounds aggressive, but I just really need to know. And it might be aggressive because if you do say some subliminal shit, then it might be a problem. But I was just fucking with you too. Um, I've been listening and going to house parties since I was 12 here. Okay. Matter of fact, I do remember hearing previously in my lifetime, and it's funny, I didn't remember hearing it until I read your sentence about going to house parties when you were 12. I remember somebody talking about how house started in Chicago at house parties. It was a house party terminology that put it in a perspective for me. And I'm definitely, I think I'm going with you though. Now, I love house music more than EDM, but I like EDM too. Right. So that's what I was thinking. Like, there's got to be a difference. Like, even though house music may be like a branch of EDM, is what the internet says. EDM is different. Like EDM is like more dubsteppy, more techno-y, you know? Maybe it's like we gotta do some more research on that. Okay, Happy Feet talking about it came from Chicago. We know. We know. I agree now. I remember when I was younger, my sisters from the group home would teach me the footwork. Okay, yeah, right. Because don't go to the house party thinking you about to just stand on the wall. That's one thing he wasn't about to do in a house party. If he was about to be in a house party, standing on the wall, holding up the wall, like you, everybody's gonna clown you. So, house parties is always dope because like back in the day when you go to the party, like you don't wanna be some creepo lurking. Like you gotta be dancing with somebody. Like you could dance with your homies like real quick. Y'all be playing like you be trying to do your little dance, your footwork and all of that. Remember when the Harlem Shake came out, chicken noodle soup and all that? We was busting it like so. But the main point of going to the party is you gotta dance with a shorty. You gotta pull up with a shorty and somehow, some way, get her to dance with you. And I've been unsuccessful quite a few times about that. I will say that. And that's a feeling. That's a feeling that you don't really want to ever relive. So to keep doing it and doing it and doing it until until you could feel like yo I had a good night. That is quintessentially the warrior's journey of being a man is like getting a shorty to dance with you on a dance floor. Like that's one of the main things. That's what we gonna do at my men's retreat. How will we pull that off? I don't know. Like, but let's talk about that later. Yeah, maybe like we all meet up in like some city and then all go clubbing together. But that feel like that would be like not wolf packy. But the whole point would be like, you know, help each other. Like if you don't know how to, but then grown men go into the club for like a retreat. That's some new shit right there. That's some new shit. Okay. I remember when I was young. All right, I read that. Um, Thank you for sharing that with me too, Happy Feet. You just put me on a whole damn rant talking about approaching women on the dance floor. Brittany Allen celebrate tonight the beautiful soul of the light birth of a star. Bright, right? I hear that. Oh, because right. Somebody's granddaughter had a baby. Who was that? I forgot who that was already. Somebody who first came in there. But yeah, shout out to the new life in the chat. much abundance. That's a sign for all of us right there. More life, more abundance. Oh, Shay, thank you for following me on Instagram talking about the Shay said on my stories on Instagram, she really liked this post about I did for the 30-year plus marriages was so good that she cried. That one was one of those they always get you because they put the music behind it and they like do the words, the word. Yeah, I'm telling you, cinematography is an art, yo. It's such an art. If you get the right music, you got the word captions coming in, and you got the visuals clicking, yo. You could really push the emotional button and drive an important point home. I will say that. So thank you, Shay, for That's why I share it. Like, if it's on my story, it's pretty important to me because I don't even really be on Instagram like that no more. I ain't gonna hold you. Um, Thank you for wishing Giselle Sunshine a happy birthday. It's her 36th birthday, everybody. Oh, did the internet say that it is by way of New York? See, I'm not even surprised, but I'm not gonna say I told you. Yes, and let's not leave out Detroit. Detroit is very important in the music scene. Let's not ever forget that. Detroit has always been influential. Let's talk about DMV. Who else? Even Jersey. Ew. But much love to Jersey. Jersey came. Isn't Jersey beats from Jersey? I think there's a certain like they got their own certain type of music too. Like if you because there's a whole culture of like New Yorkers who constantly travel to I think like Seaside or Wildwood, like so that kind of mixed in and they created their own vibe. But nonetheless, it's good. Good music. Deep house, yes. Deep house is so good. It was like the original binaural beats before binaural beats was even a thing. And um, I also, because of deep house, fell in love with like drum and bass music. There we go. Like it's an actual drama genre called drum and bass, and it's all drums and bass, and there's a little bit of synths in there or whatever. Like they do a little bit of this and that, but it's mostly drum and bass, and that's what makes it drum and bass. And it's such. It always reminds me of this line that who was it that said in the Wu Tang? I think it was RZA. He said the dumb are mostly intrigued by the drum. Like when he said that, I was like, he's on to something, but I don't want to identify myself as dumb. But what he's basically trying to say is like the drum is such a low frequency. It's pretty much the lowest frequency a percussion instrument like a bass drum. Boom, like when you and to, you would have to. I feel sorry for you. No, pause. That's not a way we're gonna start the sentence. I hope that everybody has been in a room with an actual bass drum. Think about it. If you've never been in a room with an actual acoustic bass drum, you've missed out on life a lot. Cause if you haven't been in a room with that, hopefully you've been in a room with like a big gong. You have to experience those vibrations because that's when you really get that there's so much more going on. Like that's how deep it is. I'm not even bullshitting you. To feel that in your bones and in your meat and in your tendons. Like that's why sound healing is real. Like that should have been around probably since like the forever basically. But another rant. Here we go. Signing completed. Old school disco music. Yeah, yeah. Jungle Brothers, our house she was the start. Rob Bass and Easy get on the dance floor, right? Right. Oh my God. That's when I came into the world when Um, Rob Bass came out with the It Takes Two to Make It. That's when I came out in the world, fam. All right, that's when I was born. That is the first shit that I heard. I came out the womb and they was playing that in the speakers. Okay, that's the era that I'm from. That's why I was like, it doesn't get no better. This was it. The illest soul is as crazy as life get for me. I always go back to that. Like my life has really been ill when I think about it. Like born at the illest time, had the illest of friends, on the illest location of the like. Of course, when I was signing the contract, there's gotta be like equal pros and cons. Like, yeah, your life is gonna be dope, but you gonna have a lot of heartbreak, nigga. You go look at that. All right, I guess I'll sign it, fuck it, and then you go. We went from Rob Bass to soul contracts. Smart, savvy. Man, Maryland, showing our age. Yeah, man, for real. The funk, the stank. Stevie B is my dude. Happy or cool. I was in the eighth grade. Yes, we were in basements and backyards, right? I can't do electronic house. I'm an original house snob. Oh, happy here come happy with the song, the song recommendations. Happy ready. She said, "Give me the ox." The wall. Oh wow, I'm way back. We talking about the wall. You better get your ass on the dance floor, right? Okay, Bohemian Goddess, you corrected it to groove, house groove. See, you intricate with it. You know all of the categories and subcategories. Bohemian Goddess ain't come to play today. Matter of fact, I went to your. I'm pretty sure I went to your YouTube, and the one video I watched you was like sitting down at a music festival or some type of festival. They was playing music, and I saw you was living out. And I put a little comment. I hope you peeped that. Um, yes, y'all. Sometimes I will go if like I'll just go like scroll down the subscribers, and if I see you have, even if I don't, I've clicked on people's channels who didn't have any subscribers just to see like if they actually had a channel. Most of the time they don't. What's an indicator that you put out videos is if you have like at least 20 or 30. Because I'm like, ain't nobody's really, you didn't get 20 or 30 subscribers by doing nothing or just reposting. So I'll click on it, and if you got videos, I'll watch it. I'll watch some of your video, if not most of your video, depending on how much time I have. Like I'll just do it in passing. Definitely hit the like, the comment. Like that's what we should be doing. Like we should never get to. I mean, I guess there is a point when you have like thousands and thousands of subscribers, but even then, like if you got a minute, 2 minutes, scroll, like go just show some love. You don't know how much that could help somebody. Like which brings me to St. Francis of Assisi. I told you, I told you, I got some shit for your ass, bro. I know too much to be out here. St. Francis of Assisi. Who knows? Wow, I gotta get to the comments, but we should talk about St. Francis of Assisi one day if we don't do it tonight. Thanks for the hugs, Happy. House is a spiritual thing. True deep house music. Yes, man. Say that. Love the good energy. Fantasy girl on jam happy feet. The original Bohemian Goddess sending you an extra hug. Okay. See, I love the connection. We family. Uh, I made it to the live. Kay Williams, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the party. It's Giselle Sunshine's birthday. I don't know if she's still in the chat, but it's her birthday. She's 36 today. Y'all, it's 54 minutes, man. I can't keep going. My dad gotta go to sleep. I know he probably down there like, why is my son talking into his phone when I'm trying to go to sleep? Thank you so much for the new birth blessing. Yes, Marilyn, thank you for reminding me. I forgot who it was. I should have remembered. I told myself I was gonna start writing people's names down in my book. But Marilyn, congratulations to you and your granddaughter and your daughter, right? Right? Because it's a lineal thing. So everybody, congratulations to everybody across the board. Olubeyo says, Chai and I know for a fact that house music originated in Chicago, just like rapping. Okay, okay, you got me. Olubeyo jumped on me. He said, hold up. House is from Chicago, Jersey City, New Jersey. Okay, New Jerusalem. Oh, he was born and raised in the Shah. I could tell. You said, hold up. Actually, yes, I played in the band. Okay, Smart Savvy, you know what's up. When I think of the bass drum, I think about the gong and the hills of Sacramento. See, wow, that's crazy. I ain't even, we, you saw that? Giselle, did you see that? Did you see that? I think you saw that. I love sound healing, like my son, Sax. Soul contracts, man. All right. I think I'm finally catching up. Oh, that is the bottom. All right. Google House Music. It'll tell you. All right. I'm gonna Google. I googled it. Actually, no. I just googled what's the difference between house music and EDM, and it gave me that answer. But I already said the next question has got to be what makes house music, and I mean you are a living artifact of that. You you just broke it all down. Like you gave me at least 4 or 5 different subcategories of what house music is. So thank you for that. Thank you for that gift. Um, Giselle Sunshine, if you have any gift from us, well, mostly from the original Bohemian Goddess, I will take partial credit because I'm the one who hit the button. But also the community who brings this love of music out of us. You now know all subgenres of house music, and also Miss Marilyn, um, Miss Marilyn. I don't remember your last name yet, but her first name is definitely Marilyn. Her daughter, no, her granddaughter, no, her daughter had a granddaughter. Boom, and we all in here celebrating life, chilling like villains. And I'm up way too late. 9 o'clock is actually my bedtime, but I said that I would do these every other day, and I had not done it yet today because I was helping my aunt move from her house, and I forgot to write a post out and let people know that I wasn't going to be here at the original time, but it was going to be later. So I hope you all had a nice little hour. I don't know why I keep calling it little. I'm getting into that habit. I'm gonna get that out of here quick. But um, thank you for enjoying being here, for your presence. Thank you for your engagement. Thank you for the comments. Thank you, Giselle Sunshine, for sharing your birthday. It don't get no realer, no better than that. Because you could be literally anywhere right now. But you was like, you know what, let me go hang out with Nero and Happy Feet and the original Bohemian Goddess and Olubeyo, Smart Savvy, Love, Marilyn Clayton. Yeah, Miss Clayton, I already know. I knew it started with a C. Right. So, you know, shout out to everybody who hit the like button. I would appreciate that, as always. And yeah, the vlog is on the way. It's kind of slow music right now because I'm tightening up the book. I just started a new job. I was helping my aunt move from her crib. I'm fucking licking my wounds over here. you know? Also trading. I've been like honing in on that shit because I'm actually good at it. It's not that hard. It's not really that fucking hard. If you see how they got it set up and you can really pick where you get it, where you look at the chart, right? You look at it. It's you just gotta look at the chart and you say, oh, it went down to there and then it jumped up, and then it went down to there and then it jumped up, and then you look and you notice that it's almost pretty much a fucking line when the shit does that. So you guess when it's gonna do that again and when it's gonna do this again, and if you could do both of it right, you could do something called options, and you can make some bread. So life is good. Just want y'all to know that. Shout out to, I mean, I was about to say shout out to my man Light. Rest in peace to Light. If I could ask y'all anything tonight, is send a prayer for my homie James Hardy, aka Light, and for his family. Definitely his family. And thank you for that. If you did that. And then I want to end the night with a prayer, as I always do. I always end these little things with a prayer. I'm not like I'm not religious at all. Matter of fact, strike me from all religious records. Let that be. No, like I'm not religious, but I do know the power of prayer. I do know the power of intention. I do know the power of actually speaking something out loud. There's carbon in your breath. Carbon is what makes all of reality up at a fundamental form. My man Olubeyo could tell you that. He's a chemistry teacher. If he's still in the chat, I think he would agree with me on that. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna get it over real quick. Um, to the one of us that is many. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for bringing us together. Thank you for providing this crazy time we live in where we have something called YouTube where we can just hit a button and bring 16 people together at one time and have a little bit of community, the chance to say the freedom to say whatever we want to say, because we don't be knowing what we gonna say, and uh, definitely big up to my papa up there trying to get his rest on, um, for just being that. Shout out to Mom Dukes everywhere in the world, the mothers birthing humanity, carrying the babies to term and all of that. Thank you for the ability to do that. Much peace, love, power, prosperity, progress, persuasion, health, wealth, divinity, alignment with abundance, and all of that good stuff. I hope this prayer was long enough to satiate and tingle the ears of the grand architect, the Most High, the one that is many. All right.